You're listening to After the Review.
After the review.
After review, the ruling on the field is confirmed.
Kirk Cousins in the headlines today after kind of messily describing his approach to COVID-19 in a podcast interview with Gil Brandt. I'm going to break down what he said. Is it as bad as it seems? It's not good. The headline's catchy. I'll tell you what, he sounds like Ivan Drago from Rocky IV.
If he dies, he dies.
If he dies, he dies. But if you could first like this video, share it, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell to make sure you get these daily update videos. I'd greatly appreciate it. Okay, so Kirk Cousins, he's already full of controversy. The man gets paid as much money as you can get basically as a quarterback. He's 0-9 on Monday Night Football games, can't get win in primetime games. Maybe he shook the mantra this year, but apparently he was on a podcast with Kyle Brandt called 10 Questions, and this is from a couple weeks ago. And the quote that's catching the headlines is, "If I die, I die," talking about the coronavirus. And I kind of have peace about that. This, of course, grabbed all the headlines. People are saying Kirk Cousins doesn't care about masks. He doesn't care about people getting sick and dying. Blah, blah, blah. Lots of this nonsense. Now, I really wish my quarterback would just shut up and play football. Don't give them any headlines or anything like that. But it really wasn't as bad as it seems. If you read the actual article and the quote and listen to it, it's not that bad, okay? It can be misconstrued the wrong way, but he does things like a normal adult should. So he was asked, the catchy headline was, I want to respect other, so he was asked on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being master stupid and y'all are a bunch of lemmings, and 10 is I'm not leaving my master bathroom for the next 10 years. Cousins replied, I'm not going to call anybody stupid for the trouble it would get me in, but I'm about a .00001. So Brandt asked him to elaborate on that, and he said, I want to respect what other people's concerns are. For me personally, just talking, no one else can get the virus. What is your concern if you could get it? I would say, I'm going to go about my daily life. If I get it, I'm going to ride it out. I'm going to let nature do its course. Survival of the fittest kind of approach. And just say, if it knocks me out, it knocks me out. I'm going to be okay. Even if I die, I die. I kind of have peace about that. So that's not really that bad. He's basically just trying to say, I'm not going to go around being afraid. I'm going to keep living my normal life. And if it knocks me out, it knocks me out. And that's just it. I know he's a very religious man, very, in touch with God and stuff like that. So I think he's just at peace with that kind of stuff. This has nothing to do with him not wearing masks or anything like that. And he asked him about the mask earlier. And he said it's being respectful. And there was I even think within the building, there's going to be a dichotomy of people who couldn't care less about the virus, have no concern about it, have never lost a minute of sleep about it, he said. And then you get people on the other side of the spectrum who every second of every day, they're consumed with fear about it. What you don't know is who's where on the spectrum when you first go back. This also was before, cramp started, obviously. And they talked about, I wish they had more of this quote on here, but he talked about, you're not going to sneeze directly in a guy's face when you're in a huddle because you don't know where he is. You're just going to be respectful. He said, I'm going to follow all the protocols. I'm going to wear my mask because of I respect what other people want. Like a human adult should. He can make a rational decision. And since when does your personal beliefs, you're not allowed to have your own personal beliefs. That just makes you an awful person. He can totally believe that. And he's totally fine with respecting other people, wearing the mask for them, following all the health protocols. He said he doesn't really like the kind of plastic face mask idea they had for the faces on the helmets, but I don't think anybody's really been rocking those in training camps. I haven't seen any, at least. Everyone's kind of just playing it normal. And it's ridiculous. He's allowed to have his opinion, and he's being totally fine. You're a human adult. You can think the master's stupid, blah, 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 conspiracy theory garbage, but you can still be a respectful human being and just wear the mask. Who cares? It's not a big deal. I keep saying it. Just wear the mask. And Kirk Cousins is doing that. And he totally respects his guys. He says, I'm going to follow every protocol that the NFL and the Vikings put forward, and because he wants to have a season in play. What's the big deal about this? Again, people want to overreact and make it look as the worst possible scenario. Take it as that he's an anti-masker. He doesn't care about old people getting sick and dying. And there was none of that in this quote or conversation he had. It's just stupid how people overreact and overread into everything. But again, like I said, it's a little personal to me. I might be a little biased, but I wish my quarterback would stay out of the damn headlines 10 days before the season starts. but not even 10 days. We're like 8 days now. Jesus, it's coming fast. But, oh well, people are going to think what they think. He's been in camp for this long. Of course, they sat on this podcast and waited till now to release it just to get the headlines up before the season. But I don't think it's going to do anything. The guys in the locker room know who he is and what he's about, and that's that. And I'm expecting a stupid-ass apology to come out again today, like him saying sorry and stuff. And I just wish he would. Just stand firm on it. Say, like, I said what I said. It wasn't bad. I respect everyone's decision to do what they want with this thing. But, you know, I'm just doing me, and I'm following all the rules and protocols that the NFL put in place because I want to keep everybody safe and I want to play football. That's all you need to say. Don't cave into this stupid nonsense mob that's going to, in outrage. You know, maybe your aspect on like changes a little bit when you get hit by grown-ass men that bench press 450 for a living. You know, you kind of realize, you know, things are a little different. But I don't know. That's going to do it for me today. If you like this video, be sure to share it, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.